Hello everybody, and welcome back to Planet Coaster, and welcome back to Camel Kingdom, to a little video where well, honestly, I'm just asking for your help in this video. I'm going to show you a bit what I've started to do recently with the park, but I seriously need your help. And to make it short, because I'm going to talk a bit about something else in this video, but to keep it short, I need your opinion, or basically your ideas, what I should do with Camel Kingdom after the Fortress Camelot area is done. So, to explain that a bit better, I am now in the finishing stages of my Master Thesis, and this time, honestly, the next couple of days won't be that many videos. I have a few things saved up which will potentially go online, but the rest is just basically me having a few days off of work, from work I should say, to finish that thesis. But afterwards I really want to go back into the game and finish some things off, because there are so many just like construction sites at the moment which I definitely have to save. And by the way, sorry for my voice, I tend to say that quite often recently, but there's a lot of partying going on. But this time we had a wonderful day yesterday in the Efteling with the Planet Coaster community meeting. It was amazing. It was even better than last year, even more people than last year. It was so freaking awesome. Like, everybody has been there again. Bo was there, Will was there, Andy was there, Luke was there, then we have Sylv and the lady, and like everybody was there. It was such a great day. We only missed a few people from abroad that couldn't make it there, but in general it was a very lovely day. We had amazing weather, and it wasn't that crowded even, so I think 40 minutes was the longest wait time we had, so it's totally fine, I guess, for a park like that. So a lot of fun and stuff, but yeah, it was an amazing day. But back to the topic. So afterwards I really want to kind of tidy up Camel Kingdom a bit. So I have released the first version before the Fortress Camelot area, where I did a little bit of tidying up, but not too much actually. But now, as we have so many new things in the game that have been implemented over the time, and I haven't been incorporating that in every area, so like the main street seriously is lacking of a lot of things, which we have had in the game for a long time, but not at the time when I was building that. So as you can see, I'm just in the time lapse you can see right now, I'm just placing a few things here and there just to make sure that people have a little bit more interaction things going on. And one thing I tested recently was I completely opened the park without any limit to see how many people would go in, and I had a number of over 12,000 people in the park, and I don't know, it was totally messed up. It was totally messed up. People were just going towards some attractions. It was awfully crowded in some areas and completely empty in other areas. And this is something I really wanted to get rid of. I really want to make the park flowing. I want the park look very realistic in the end. And this is why I'm starting to place things down to make people go to different places. And that's where you come into play. I really need your help, guys, to tell me what you really want to see in this park. So one thing I really want to go in is a backstage area. The second thing I really need to do is either a monorail or like a train ride. I would think that a train ride would fit this park a lot better than I just noticed that people are just going into the wall. Need to fix that someday. Anyways, and definitely I need your help in choosing whether we have a monorail or a train ride, just as a transport ride, or if we have the bus tour. I don't even know. The bus tour could also be a funny thing to do in this park, so maybe just have like a little path next to the areas. I don't know. But what you can see already, I'm just trying some of the new things. I'm just doing I'm just recoloring the staff members, which is I think a good thing, and then putting them into a roster to make actually the areas look a bit more finished, so to say, because people actually have to look like the same than the area. So in the pirate area, people look a bit more piratey, and in the other areas they look a bit more different. So yeah, whatever. So in the Arabian area, I'm gonna make them look like a bit more like sheikhs, so very white-ish, I guess, maybe with a golden hat or whatsoever. But yeah, just in general, I want to make the whole thing a lot more realistic, and that's again what I just said, where you guys come into play. I really need your opinion on what I should do in the park. So tell me about the transport rides. I said yes. Tell me where to put maybe a staff building, or where to put, I don't know, some backstage areas. Tell me where realistically would be kind of a little hall to have some goods stored in, you know, maybe something in the in a basement area or whatsoever, just to make things a lot more realistic. And I guess some of you in the comments, a lot of you actually, do have a lot of knowledge about this kind of things for theme parks, and I want to make this park really stand out also in terms of realism. So I think there are a few things we can do. So it's I mean, we have some limitations due to the fact that I already built the park to a certain extent, that it does have some restrictions in terms of realism aspects. But yeah, I mean, I want to do the best and the most I can do to make it as realistic as possible. I have some ideas in mind, but I really want to see what you guys come up with to bring that all in. And this is really what I want to do in the next step of Camel Kingdom, after the Fortress Camelot is finished, which I think is about 3 at max 4 more episodes. So I'm planning at the moment to have 1 more episode to finish the monastery. Then we have another episode to finish off the last buildings in the park, which would be the station for the river rapids and the kind of basement area for the river rapids, as well as those 2 last buildings I need in the little city to finish off the little area in front of the hill it is. And then we have maybe a 3rd episode where I'm going to kind of finish everything off in the park, making it look more shabby, making it look more broken down. That's what I just said, to make it look like a bit more bad, actually. You will see a few things I have already done in this little episode, just to test a few things. That was just basically a test. We also will have a little short real-time area, or real-time section, I should say, in this video later on, to show you guys that really in live. So that makes sense, I guess, to be sure that you guys really know what we are talking about. And so you can also tell me exactly where to put stuff if you have some ideas or whatsoever. That would be very, very awesome. I'm also wanting to look into making some more backstage props, so for example some cars or something. So if you can drop some links down below in the comments to actual theme park materials, like really backstage materials, something like carts or something like, I don't know, trucks or whatsoever. I really want also to play with some delivery pieces, like really having maybe later on an area where we have a coaster which is not finished, like leaving it actually as a construction site. That would be very awesome. I could really imagine having something like that, but I really want to have it realistically. So because we have the custom supports now and this wouldn't be too piece heavy, I could really imagine that could look very awesome. Just to have this, like having a chain fence around, making signs of coming soon again, and that would be, I think that would be a nice touch to the park. But yeah, I'm just giving you already too many ideas, I guess. I just wanted to give you a broad overview of what I'm really looking for, because I think kind of having this crowdsourcing idea about this could make a really nice park out of it later on, really giving it a whole story. That would be very awesome. But yeah, anyways, I'm stopping over here for the time lapse because it's nearly done. The last thing I'm just doing is open the area to see how people behave, but that's not in the time lapse. But yeah, guys, let me just know what you think, and we'll see each other in a few seconds in the live part. So just jump over to the live part now. So here we are in the live part as promised, and why do I even have selected the bush? Go away, please. There we go. Yeah, as I said, guys, and let's zoom out a bit to make the frame rate drop. I should actually let people leave the park, because that's actually making the frame rate for the building a lot worse than it could be. I'm afraid. But hey, what am I talking about? So, as promised, you get an overview now over the park, so you can really have a good look actually what's going on. Let me just put that somehow like that. I think I like that. So yeah, we have, oh no, let me just move a bit, because it's not good to see everything. And that should be it. Like, also go a bit higher, so you have a bit more a glimpse of what the layout is about the park. So we have, whoops, let me just go and let me just check for a second. Okay, mouse cursor is viewable. I had some trouble lately with the mouse cursor, so I'm very sorry. A lot of videos haven't had the mouse cursor because there is settings in my recording software. I changed the recording software, and yeah, well, whatever. Let's not talk about that. So we have the main street area, which is over here. I always planned to have a backstage delivery area here in this open spot where I already the staff building is, so I could imagine having like really the staff building as a border to the park. You can already see that I put down a natural path over here which leads to the back of this little building, which I already told in the very first episode of Fortress Camelot that this will be something backstage area-ish, whatever. So we're gonna have a bit more forest area over here, so which is like closing off and blocking off the view, so that these cars are just going into the back of the park where just is nature and you can't really see something. Then you can go through here and go into this area. What I figured lately is that I want to have a path that leads through this forest over here and leads into kind of maybe a magical forest which is here, which is just something to go through, having some shops and scenery items in, and that's all about it. Having some picnic areas which are in the subtle shadow of some trees, and then we go into, and that's what I just said, maybe we have the open construction side over here. I don't really know. I want to have something over here as well. I have no clue what this could be, so guys, go crazy in the comments and just tell me what this should be. And I'm talking about small things that can be doable in, let's say, 4 to 5 episodes. So one episode will definitely be completely spent on revamping everything. So I don't know, we have a lot of roof pieces now that haven't been available when I was doing the medieval the medieval, I'm just confused, the Arabian area. And since the Arabian area is really what's destroying the frame rate, I want to be as piece saving as possible. And let me just show you something. If I go here, you can see I'm looking now at the main street, and we are now around 25 to 27 FPS, running with over 3,000 guests in a park, which is more than decent. If I turn around into the medieval area, and let me just try to be as precise as possible, so there we go. This is even at close to 30 FPS, which is awesome. Let me just go over and look into the pirates area, which is this one. This is subtle. That's really a 30 FPS. This is very fluent 30 FPS. Let me just move the camera a bit. You can see this is very smooth. Like, let's just watch the coaster for a second. Look at that. Very smooth, very nice. 30 FPS constantly, nothing going on. Very, very good. So, but now I'm turning around and boom, there we go. Camera is shaking. We are at 11 FPS. So it is really this area which is destroying the overall FPS. And it's a shame it's in the middle of the park. So I can imagine actually I love this area. I really love this area, but I can imagine oh gosh, I clicked it. Oh god, what did I just do? Okay, I clicked it. We have 24,000 pieces in this build. I can really imagine to go in and, yeah, I just did it. Let me just open the building to show you guys. Oh damn, that's lagging. So I can imagine changing this piece over here. Let me just select that so you can see it's 1.5 thousand pieces only for the roof. This one over here I really want to maintain, even though this has 1,000 pieces. I love this one. I'm definitely wanting to change this one because it doesn't really fit. We have 500 pieces over here. I can also imagine changing this one. Also 250 pieces. And then I have those. I'm only going to change those if I have something really fitting for them, because they are also pretty piece heavy. So if I'm going to select those now, you can see 260. So if we can make this all a bit better, that would actually help to make the whole park a lot better in terms of performance. So I'm really looking into doing it. So as I said, we have some scenery pieces. Let me just check in here. I've never seen them. I've seen them, but well, I've never used them to see. Whoops, that's wrong. Content pack. I guess it was vintage which had these pieces. So you can see we have a lot of these big pieces where we can actually make a lot better those kind of nice things out of, and without using too many pieces, I guess. So this could actually look a bit better. So you can see these are, look at how big they are. So I'm just needing to rotate them, and I'm going to have like a pretty nice shape like that one. So let me just check how many I need to do that, because this would be super suitable. Let me just see if I can use this one. Angle snap should be turned on. And now let's bring that up, because it also has this nice little piece in the middle. Okay, I don't really know if that makes sense. It gets a really nice texture to it. I mean, it's still, oh, it has a strange centerpiece. What's going on? Okay, that's weird. So I need to do that in a different way. Okay, gotcha. Well, let's not do that now, because that's something I need to test. But you can see I really have some more pieces that I can use for it to make this all look a lot better without actually, yeah, destroying too many pieces. Let's see what we have in the building category, if there's something else in. I know that there was something in the vintage pack available, which could save my life a bit more easy. Yeah, there we go. We have these dome roofs. Let me just see how big they are. Oh yeah, there we go. I mean, at the end of the day, this will be a lot better for this area. Is there a smaller one? The medium one? Okay, the medium one could actually be fit to this one, or maybe even taking the big one. I mean, this is the biggest one, so we can actually put a bigger one onto it. What about this one? Yeah, well, yeah, it could fit. So we can actually also try to reuse these ones. I don't know, but there's a few things in here we can actually reuse. But you guys have to tell me if you think it's worth it, or if you think we should just leave it as it is and yeah, just say goodbye to the frame rate last time, and then I don't know. But yeah, if we go further, we have some more problems to solve. So this area over here seems to be very popular by the people. They seem to love this coaster, and I don't really think we can do so much better about this. I was thinking about, and I'm not quite sure if that works, but we could actually try to sneak a pathway in here, which then goes all the way around here, having a bridge over this backstage area and lead completely around here into this area. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if this helps, but yeah. So you can see this is also the backstage area, or at least it can be a backstage area for this area over here. So what would you think could we put, damn, my voice. I don't really know what to say, but anyways, what we could put in here. I really want to have this. I really want to have kind of a tunnel, which leads then into this area. I don't want to theme that, but just giving it the imagination on this, just the little idea that there is something below this building. I mean, that would make total sense, wouldn't it? That you would actually have something within this building as maintenance or whatsoever. And then you can also, yeah, just give me some ideas how we can connect this area, because that's my biggest question mark. How we could connect this area backstage wise, because at the moment we have, like, let me get this straight. So if this would be the backstage area over here, the main delivery area, and we have this path which leads into, is that auto-saving? Oh yeah, auto-saving going on. Anyways, which leads then into this Fortress Camelot medieval area, which then goes also into this building. Fine, okay, done. We can basically also squeeze a kind of tunnel in here that then leads into the pirate area, and I could very well imagining that then there is also like a basement area which is below this this little hill over here, and then we can get out of it basically over here, so that we have another little maintenance area behind this little forest. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that could be a good thing. But now the question is, how can we just approach this one? I am not quite sure. Like, I don't really want to imagine that there is just everything basement. Do we have to go in here? So do we have to get something like a hidden door which leads into a backstage area which is below that entrance building, for example? Do we have to put something in here which then is connected into this area? I don't really know, but I want to have this. I want to connect this all by a backstage area, because I really want to make a video of a, I don't know if I use a camera or just like a coaster or whatsoever, to actually use the path of the backstage area, to look at the path from the backstage area. I really want to do that. I think that can be very cool and very exciting to see. But yeah, hey, I mean, that's everything I got at the moment. Guys, let me know what you think. Just zooming out again. Give me all your ideas what you have to make this part more realistic. And I'm really looking forward to these little things you guys come up with. So, thanks a lot, and see you in the next episode. I don't know when this will be. I don't know what this will be. But all I can say is have a great day. And if you liked that video, give it a thumbs up and whatsoever. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
We should be hiding out wherever we may find love that's flowing on.